YouTube, welcome to a new series that I'm titling To The Point. This is where I get to the point of the topic I'm covering in the video in 5 minutes or less, and today's video is going to be hitting tips. Now, before we get into the actual hitting tips themselves, I want to show my settings off if you have any questions. I use Strike Zone 2. You can use whatever zone you want. I think preferably if you want to be competitive, I would use Strike Zone 2, Strike Zone, or Strike Zone High. Some people use Strike Zone 3, but I think you have issues reading pitches online with that a little bit. So Strike Zone 2 is my comfort level. Again, none of these buttons matter here. You're using zone. That's what we'll be talking about today, which is otherwise known as like PCI or zone hitting. And then as far as what my settings are on my PCI, this is all comfort as well. The big note is at the center of the PCI, you can do altitude, circles, diamonds, whatever. I think altitude helps me see the ball the best. I think a white color makes you see the ball the best. If you're new, I would definitely advise having inner and outer PCI on basic. If you're more advanced, you can turn these off and only have the PCI on. But if you're new, you're going to need help tracking the ball. So that's why you want to have all that on. Now, what we're going to be teaching you today is how to hit. So first of all, let's talk about how we're holding the controller. So I'm holding my arms on a table, so you'll have to just look at my hands here. But your thumb, your left thumb should not be on the joystick like this. It should not be on the joystick like this or this. You should have the fat of your thumb on the joystick. Now, personally, I like to have it a little bit deeper in my thumb. You might like to have it on top. I want to have my thumb covering the joystick. This way, I minimalize my rapid movement and go more with like a concise movement, right? That's what we're working on. So, also, you don't want to use circle. You don't want to use square when you're hitting. You only want to use X, so make sure you're doing that. Now, here come the hitting tips. So, tip number one, we'll let Glass now throw here, is that I want to have my PCI resting on the same place every single time pre-pitch. For me, my comfort level is right here on the bottom left. You might find you like it up here. You might find you like it right here. But the point of what we're bringing up here is you don't want to just have your PCI wiggling around mid-pitch. Baseball is about repetition, right? So as a batter in the box, you're not going to be wiggling around or change your stance every time you go to the plate. You're going to have the same batting stance. So we're going to have the same approach to the plate in the game here. So you find your comfort level. Again, for me, it's down here in the bottom left. The next thing we're going to do, as my controller's in frame here, there we go. So the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to go with the cadence of Tyler Glasnow and click X 3 times. So foot, throw. You're like, whoa, wait, what do you mean 3 times? Let me explain this. So I'm clicking X as all these buttons are in front of the screen, so you can kind of see Tyler in the background. I'm clicking X once when Tyler lifts his foot, another time when he's about to deliver, and then a third time when I swing. Now, none of you are going to nail this the first time. That's completely fine. The whole goal of what we're doing today is teaching you how to hit. You need to practice this. Baseball is all about repetition and practice. You will not nail it the first day. In a week or two, you'll be all experts. I used to not make World Series at all. I never even made to 600 in ranked, and I made World Series 3 times last year, 12-0 3 times last year, and I took a break. So this year it'll probably be even better. And I've been winning a lot of games on Twitch so far, so that's good too. But again, let's incorporate what we're talking about here. So I'll kind of swing and talk at the same time. So my joystick starting bottom left, that is my comfort level. Now you have the controller screen here. There we go. So joystick in the same spot pre-pitch. 1, 2, 3. I was a little bit underneath it there because I was kind of focusing on talking to you guys. But essentially, let me walk and talk here. So the reason why we are starting in one spot pre-pitch is because you want to engage from that same spot, right? So if you teach your brain how to engage from one location, for me it's bottom left, again for you it can be anywhere, you'll get a lot better at reacting to certain pitches. If you know you suck against fastballs upstairs, maybe you should learn to sit upstairs so that you can react to those fastballs upstairs there. So again, what we covered in this video, you want to make sure that you're starting with your thumb on the joystick. You're only clicking X. We're resting our PCI in a spot like this. We're making sure that we're not really moving our PCI. We're coming from one center of balance. Again, that center of balance for you can be anywhere. It can be here, it can be here, it can be here, but make sure you're doing that every single pitch. You are starting in that exact same spot. And the final thing we covered in this video is cadence. So the one thing that's difficult with this is the more you play, every pitcher throws the ball differently. So you will struggle with that out of the gate. But I promise you, that 3-button cadence has completely changed my game. It's maybe a significantly a better hitter. And what I'm about to show you is a couple swings with me out talking, just showing you how it works. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I appreciate you watching. I will see you in the next one.